Hey guys, welcome back to another TGun Customs video. I'm TGun coming at you with another showcase video. Now I know it's been a while since I've done a showcase. School went back and it's been, I haven't been able to work on minifigures as much as I would have loved to. And I've also had to be working on other Lego stuff for my media film, which I'm going to be doing. Anyway, so today I am showcasing my custom TGun Verse Batfamily. Now I've been working on these guys for ages. You've already seen Red Robin and Nightwing, and I think maybe Robin. Red Robin has actually been updated since last time you saw him on my New Year's video, and then goes his arm. This has been a fun little project to make. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, take DC characters and give them my own design. So this is the Bat family. I also want to do Batman villains and then my own interpretations of the Justice League as well, and do TGun versus the Justice League and their villains. But yeah, for right now, we've got the Bat family. So we've got Batman, Nightwing, Red Robin, Stephanie Brown, Batgirl, Damian Wayne, Robin, and then Red Hood, which I've only just finished up recently. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. So first up, here we have the Dark Knight himself, Batman. Now, this Batman is actually based off my own design with some inspiration from the Justice League suit, like the main Justice League suit from Justice League, and the Arkham City / Asylum suit. But yeah, basically this is my own design and interpreting some of that stuff. For his accessory, I was going to work on a grapple gun, but I totally forgot all about it, so it's not actually finished yet. So for right now, I've just given him this Batarang. For his cowl, it's the 2015, or like the new 52 short ears cowl, and the head's just a basic Lego Batman movie head, which I've just painted on the neck to make it look like it's more blended in with the suit. But I do want to change out this face to the Lone Ranger face that's got the stubble. So I did have one of them, but then I had to use it for something else. So yeah, I will be swapping that out because I like Batman with a bit of stubble. Anyway, so this cape was actually made out of electrical tape, which I used a Cape Madness mid-bat cape. So it's like basically a mid-cape, but with the Batman things at the bottom here. Except what I did, I just gave him more of these at the bottom. I don't know what you'd call them, but yeah. Anyway, removing the head carefully. So as we can see, it's got a grey suit. There's nothing really on the back. Just want to get this out of the way now. There's like basically nothing on the back as the cape's covering it. And I didn't actually give him a 3D belt as the cape will just snap it off. Coming to the torso, I did use card for all this 3D details, and that's what's inspired by the Justice League suit, or like the main Justice League suit, not the tactical one, the other one. So basically I used some card and I cut it out and I added it to the chest. You can't really see it too much as the bat is glued on top of it, but I cut up the chest bits and added some plates there. I also add like 4 squares to be like the abs. Now, there wasn't enough room to add 6, so I've only added 4 for now. And then on the knees, I've given him some knee pads out of card. The side here is out of card for some extra armor detailing. And then on top of the gauntlets here and on the shoulders is also out of card to give him some armor plates. The bat was made out of electrical tape, which I cut up and glued on. And then I also added on some of the details, some of like these little rectangles, and then just some of these lines, which were inspired by the Arkham City, those diagonal lines. I also outlined all the plating just to give it some more detail, just to add that little bit of detail to it, as it did look very plain. The belt is actually made out of a Lego Batman movie belt, which has been glued on, and that's just from the belt buckle, which I've then painted up in the front there. I'm not sure if you can see that well, but that front bit is actually painted in gunmetal. Come to the legs, he's just got some lines, and then he's also got his knee pads and then the boots. On the side here, he's just got some lines going down, and they're outlining. And then on the arms, I've actually outlined the shoulder armor, like the shoulder pads, I guess you could call it, the elbow pads, and then just some other little lines. And then this bit on the gauntlet with the card, I just like to think of it as like either extra armor or computer stuff or whatnot if you need a GPS or something. I don't know, it's just thought it would look cool. And then I also gave him tiny tactical glove tops just to give him a better look. But yeah, so that's it for this Batman minifigure. I'm really happy with how it came out. Once I put this guy back together, I'll show you a comparison with him and my old custom Batman figure, which you've seen before. So if I grab that for him. So here he is next to the old Batman custom. So, and I think this guy looks so much better. I love this guy so much more. I mean, don't get me wrong, this figure is a really good figure, but I just love how this guy turned out. So, yeah. And actually, if you guys want this, it's actually up for sale on my TGun Customs Instagram page. So go check that out at the end of this video. There's a comparison. Alright, next up is Nightwing. Alright, so here we have Custom Lego Nightwing, and you guys have seen this as this was my favourite figure out of 2017, as I actually made this guy. Him, Red Robin, and Robin have been made all last year. Starting off with his accessories, I gave him something a little bit different. I gave him these Brick Arms nightstick. Got them a while ago, but I had them lying around. What I did though, I cut off the little like notches that was at the end and I glued on magnets, so that way he's got his staff. So there you go. I wanted to do the staffs and I didn't know how, and then it just came to me, why not just glue some magnets on? So that's what I did, and then yeah, it works pretty well as his bow staff. But yeah, I really love how this figure turned out. Yeah, we'll start off with the head. The head's just the new Nightwing head. I forget what it comes with. I think it's like a DC superhero book or one of them Lego Batman movie film thingies. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's one of those heads, and it's got the aggression face there. Gave him a black Anakin Skywalker face hair piece because I thought that works for him. Basically, when I was making this figure, the main thought was I wanted to make it look tactical, not just the plain black and blue outfit or black, grey, and blue like Young Justice and whatnot. I wanted to make this guy look tactical, so I added some gunmetal and flat black and then this light blue. Anyway, so it comes to the torso. His chest and abs here are actually made out of card, which I've glued on. And then I've outlined the bird here, and then I've painted it. So that's not actually electrical tape, that's just painted on. I added some blue details going down, because another thing I wanted to do was add more blue detail throughout the suit, instead of just like on the arms and the chest. I wanted to have blue like going throughout this suit, because I prefer that look. So yeah, I added the blue symbol, added some gunmetal like lines, just coming up like on the side there. The chest and the abdomen in a base gunmetal grey. I added the blue stripes that go all the way down to the legs. The belt's just basically painted on, and then I just added on these pouches because I thought Nightwing should have a belt. On the back, it's just in gunmetal. At one point, I tried like using a smaller version of these and then have like a glue on some hands so that way they can be stored on the back there. But that didn't really work out, so that's why I opted for these. So yeah, and then I've added some blue stripes in the back, and the blue stripes continue. You can see the back coming in like that, the V, and the spine outline, and then just some of the gunmetal grey. On the back, he's got the blue stripes. On the side of his legs, you can see that's the flat black that goes through out the suit, was the actual base colour, and then gunmetal armour on the sides here, and a semi-gloss black boots. You can see the knee pads on the front here. The arms, you can see the blue shoulders, and then just some gunmetal, like elbow pads and whatnot. So, yeah, looks pretty cool. And then just some light blue, whatnot. And I did give him tiny tactical glove tops, and I reckon it works out so good. They just top off the figure, in my opinion. So come here and give him his bow stuff. But yeah, I really love this feature with the figure as well. Just having the magnets and have, you know, his nightsticks, you know, detach and reattach. So yeah, anyway, that's it for Nightwing. Let's move on to Red Robin. So here we have Red Robin, and like I said at the beginning, I have actually changed, like, you know, a part of him since you saw him in the news video, but I'll get to that in a minute. So for his accessories, I've given him this custom shuriken or Robin ring or whatever you like to call it. Just a silver batarang, which I've added some red and some of my own silver. And then I also gave him his bow staff, which is this long rod, which I cut out of. It's in those Star Wars speeder sets. If you've ever gotten Star Wars speeder, and you know those long black rods, and they look kind of like a lance or something that knights would use. Basically one of them, but I cut off the end of it just to give him this longer rod. And I also have this as like the retracted bow staff. So this would be like, you know, just finished using it and it's retracted it up. Anyway, coming to the figure himself, now the first thing you'll notice, I'll get this out of the way, is he's got articulated arms here. And the only reason why I did this is because there's heaps of, as you can see on the side here, he actually has, if I remove one of the arms, he has electrical tape. Now, I did try it with just normal Lego arms, and as soon as I moved them, the electrical tape came undone, and then these pouches came undone, so it was just annoying. So, yeah, I had to do this, that way it doesn't break anything when I move the arms, so I can move it freely without it, you know, wrecking the electrical tape. But yeah, I just wanted to point that now. Anyway, the modification I've done recently is, originally last year, I had just the 2012 Robin head with black sleepy hair for it. I opted that out. I changed that out and I gave him this cowl. This was made out of a ski mask from Brick Arms, in which I actually sculpted in and around the eyes, just to make the eyes a little bit not as round, because they were really round. So I just sculpted in the eyes, then I painted a white bandana and the mouth, and then I just painted in a flat black, and I reckon it works out so much better than mask and hair, because I prefer Red Robin with the actual cowl than just a domino mask. The cape is made out of electrical tape. I just thought to give it a match up the blacks with the cape and the cowl, so yeah, it's just out of electrical tape, and it works. I like it. Anyway, so coming to the torso itself. So I've added heaps of stuff to it. The back, as you can see, looks messy. I just added some pouches and then just some back details. So this started off as a dark red Lego torso and arms and everything, and then I added on all the detail. I added cards for the chest and the abdomens, which you can't really see too much now. Originally, when I started off, this was going to be just a regular Tim Drake Robin, but then I realized I already had my other Robin, so then I decided to turn him into Red Robin, as he's a pretty cool character as well. But yeah, so basically this centerpiece with the Red Robin symbol was actually cut out of card, and I glued it on. Now these were actually made out of all of these pouches and whatnot are actually made out of the Lego Batman movie belts. So these were like the back cylinder bits, which I glued on. These are all pouches, and then this was actually from a lever piece, which I've just cut off the actual lever part and just added that circle bit, and then I painted it all up. So that's what that's made out of. And then I've got all these electrical tapes coming up and around and gluing onto the back. The arms have just got light red painted shoulder and elbow pads, and then I've just I think this is electrical tape going around with some van braces on top as well. His legs are just plain black legs with some semi-gloss black boots, and just some light red details like on the knee pads and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Red Robin. He's got probably the most 3D elements than any of the other Bat family figures, so yeah, and he's very delicate. These Batman movie belt pouches and cylinders have actually come off a few times, so yeah. There you have Red Robin. Now let's move on to Batgirl. So since I made Tim Drake as Red Robin, I had to make Stephanie Brown Batgirl, otherwise it wouldn't work with Oracle as Batgirl or like Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, because when Tim Drake's like Red Robin, it's Stephanie Brown who's Batgirl, so yeah. Anyway, coming to the figure, now I have actually wanted to make a Stephanie Brown Batgirl for a while, and I'm really glad that I have. Anyway, coming up to the cowl. The cowl is actually made out of the Lego Batman movie Batgirl cowl, which I actually cut off the notch, and then I actually glued on, like a cut up bit of a hairpiece. Probably seen this hairpiece before. It's just got it comes up and around, and it's got like another bit of hair that just comes down in between here, and then it's just got the other ponytail and whatnot at the back. So I just painted that in yellow. The face was actually a penny face from the Big Bang Theory, which I also then painted black around just to make it look like it's all part of the suit. So I'll remove that for now. The cape is just from the Lego Batman movie Batcave set. It's from that gold tux Batman thing, I don't know what to call it. But yeah, so I've got the black on there and then the shiny gold there, which I reckon works. So coming to the Batgirl figure, this was actually made out of an Aerolite curved torso. It was a grey torso, which I painted in my own grey colour. I added some card for the chest and the abs, and then I've actually made indents with an X-Acto knife for the actual abdomen part. Then I actually glued on the gold bat out of electrical tape. On the back here, I just painted some extra details in the spine and the back of the belt there. Her arms, I just were painted in a dark grey with some purple shoulders, and then just a purple line going down and around, and purple elbow pad. I added some gold gauntlets and just some gold hands. So this was electrical tape, which I then painted in gold. I added some purple to go up and around the back there. The legs, I've added some 3D knee pads out of card. And then I painted some black lines and the black boots and just some other purple details in and around. So you can see the purple in the back there. You can see just some purple armor. So, yeah. And I reckon it worked out really well. I love how this figure turned out. But yeah, pretty straightforward. I will probably make a custom Batarang, like a Batgirl inspired Batarang or something, just to go along with her or something. But yeah, and there she is next to Red Robin. So yeah, it works. But yeah, anyway, that's it for Batgirl. Let's have a look at Robin. So this guy was actually the first minifigure I actually made out of the Bat family. I made this guy like almost 6 to 8 months ago, actually. He's the oldest one I've had. Except he has been touched up upon and re-edited. But the main figure himself, like this cape, hood, and sword bit, I've actually modified recently. This whole figure himself, though, I made a while ago. It was not long. I think it was sometime after Injustice 2 came out, because this was actually inspired off of Injustice 2. But with my own design. I actually tried making a video a while ago reviewing this guy, and I was calling out my friend because he didn't get Injustice 2. I was like, see, this was inspired by Injustice 2, get Injustice 2. So, yeah, I never ended up finishing that video. I just had various minifigures, but yeah, anyway, the point is, this is an old figure. So, yeah, like it, basically it's accessories. I just gave him this Batarang. And then I've also given him this sword, which can actually come out. It's just a plain Lego sword that I've actually cut up and whatnot, so he can hold it still. He's had this sword for a while. The only real recent thing was this actual scabbard glued onto the cape. I think I saw someone do this, and I wanted to do it as well. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to stick the sword back, or down here for now. Anyway, coming up to the figure himself. So this is actually Damian Wayne. Robin, he's probably my third favorite Robin. If I had to rate Robins, it would have to be Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, Damian Wayne, Jason Todd, and Carrie Kelly. And then Stephanie Brown. So, yeah. Anyway, the hood is removable. It's just a Lego hood, which I've painted in a flat black color. The face is just a regular Damian Wayne face, as you can see. I'll remove that. And then the cape's just a regular Lego cape, which I've painted yellow on one side, black in the other side. And this is one thing I've actually started because of this. I've actually started gluing these top bits together just to make it easier to put on and whatnot. So this started off as a regular red torso. I painted some dark grey, or like just some natural grey on the front. This was actually inspired by Injustice 2. I really like how it had the grey on the front there, just to make it look a bit different, make it look more like armor. So I gave that to Damian Wayne, but yeah, I just love this look for Damian. I wouldn't add this to any other Robins, which I am planning on doing, making Jason, Dick, and Tim in their Robin outfits, just to show how I would imagine them in their costumes for their time as Robin. I wouldn't add that. I think this only really a Damian Wayne thing. So yeah, and I like this grey bit there. Anyway, so I added some green that comes up and around the back. Kind of inspired off of Captain America's new suits, how it just comes up and around. I've added some green stripes coming down. Outline of this whole armor thing in gold. Added the gold R logo in there. Then I added I added 4 of those gold things that come up. And then I also added some other black details, such as the chest and the abs area. The belt was just a plain black belt bit, which I then glued on some capsules from Lego Batman movie belts, the belt buckle, and then just some pouches there. On the side here, I added some more pouches, which I've also painted in grey, plain black legs, green stripes, and then green boots with some red toe caps. So, yeah. And then his arms, just plain black arms, which I added some green shoulder pads, then just some gauntlets with some green, painted green Titan Tactical glove tops, and then I just added some like green around the hand just to give it some more detail, and then just black. So yeah, I reckon it works. But yeah, I really love how this Robin turned out. As I drop his cape, but I got it now, don't worry. There's Damian Wayne. Let's move on to Jason Todd. And this figure was probably the trickiest out of all of the Bat family minifigures together. Now, this one was the last one I actually finished up. And originally, this is actually version 2 of the figure. As originally, I was starting to make, my own version of him as well. But this was the old torso, the version 1. Basically, it's got the similar sort of designs and whatnot, except I wanted to give him some sort of, tactical straps or something just to go over the top, as I did want another display option. And I also had a magnet on the back. It just turned out really terrible. It didn't work with these straps going across the torso. So basically what I did, I ripped off this symbol, as I really loved how this turned out, and I glued it on to this one, and I made like a new torso and everything. But yeah. Now for his accessories, I gave him this assault rifle, which I did have a different one which could actually magnetize to the back, but that didn't work out, so I just gave him this assault rifle, which actually works, I reckon. Like the other one, but I think this one works better. You know, I just thought, I'd do something different and give him an assault rifle. I also gave him just a regular knife as well. And then he also has 2 pistols, which I'll get to in a minute. So, yeah. Anyway, coming to the figure himself, for the actual head, I just used this actual, what was it, 2015 or 17? It's the Lego official Red Hood head. Now, originally I was going to do a 3D helmet. Like, this is actually a Breakthrough Army Iron Man helmet. It didn't work the way I wanted to. I mean, it still could probably work, but I mean, not the way I wanted it to. I mean, let's have a look. It's not finished, but I mean, I just didn't like how it was turning out, so yeah, I don't really like that for Red Hood. So, yeah, it didn't work out the way I wanted to. I might try again, but, you know, maybe sand it or something, but yeah, I'll keep the head removed. Anyway, so coming to the torso, got this AR jacket, which I painted in brown, some arms painted in some brown, and then I gave him some black hands and tiny tactical glove tops. His belt is actually a custom belt as well, so these pouches are actually from the Lego Batman movie belt, same as the back here, but this front belt buckle is actually from a tactical belt from Brick Arms, which I glued on. The legs are in like this dark tan color, just to, you know, make it a little bit different. And then I added some 3D knee pads, the tactical boots, and some gun holsters, like 3D gun holsters and whatnot. And that would be it for the boots. Now, for his torso, I did actually paint the torso grey. Then I added some card details similar to this one. So I added some rectangles here for the abs, and then I added some like other chest details, and then gave him the red logo, which I saved from this torso. Like I said, I do have another displayment option for him, so if we actually cut to that now. Alright, and here we have the other displayment option of Red Hood without the jacket and just this sleeveless look. And this is actually inspired by Cosplay Chris's Red Hood cosplay, the sleeveless look. So I'll leave a link to his channel below. Go check out his Red Hood series, as it was a really great cosplay that he did. So yeah, now that's actually what these tactical straps were inspired off as well, but yeah, it didn't work out. So yeah, so I still have the jacket and whatnot as option A, or there's this option just to give him a more tactical look. And I think I actually prefer this look a little bit more than the jacket. It's just a little bit different. I'm probably going to display him like this anyway. So yeah, these are his pistols. I think they're UCS pistols or something, or UCS or something like that. So I gave him 2 of them, so I thought that would work. And then I'll show you what he looks like with his other weapons. So there he is with the assault rifle. Looks pretty badass. How you Americans say, badass. And then the knife as well. So yeah, like I said, I really love this look. But yeah, as you can see, there's nothing on the back of the torso, mainly because of the jacket, but I might add something. But yeah, so that's basically it for Red Hood. I'll give him his pistols. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I really love this displayment option. I'll probably just make like a mannequin to hold his jacket, and then I'll put it in like the back here or something. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and wrap up. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really means a lot. Let me know what you think of the Bat family in the comments below. Let me know which is your favorite. I have to say, Batman's probably my favorite, followed by Nightwing, and then Red Hood. I really love how this Red Hood figure turns out. Thanks for watching. Now, we'll be changing out the face for Batman again, because I really do want to give him the stubble. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see more of this TGun universe, I am planning on doing other villains, as I already have made a TGun Verse Joker. So I actually made this guy a while ago. You know, I did have another one which was orange and pink, like had a pink and orange suit. But then I was like, what would Joker look like with a grey suit? So I painted him like this. I really love how this turned out. So I actually don't use that other figure anymore. So I just use this guy. I just think it looks so good. But yeah, just pop him in the back here. Just as like a tease. So yeah, I am planning on making some other villains. So I'm working on Ra's al Ghul, Riddler. I'm trying to think who else. Two-Face. And heaps of other villains. So I'll probably have a villain. I'll probably do 5 villains, showcase them, and then do some more villains and showcase them. Similar to what Moosefigs did with his villain series. But I'll be doing 5 in a video instead of just 4. So yeah. I'll probably do Ra's, Two-Face, Riddler, and then maybe a Harley Quinn for that part. So, yeah. I'm also planning on making TGun Verse Justice League, like I said before, with my own version of the Justice Leagues, like Superman, Flash, Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and whatnot. I will be making a new Batman for that. So this is basically what I think for the Batfamily. Just the Batfamily look. You know, it's regular Gotham Batman, and then I'll probably give him like a more custom armored look where I'll sculpt on more armor and shoulder pads and whatnot, since he's going up against villains such as Darkseid and whatnot, so he would need more protection and armor and whatnot. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and share for more. Let me know which is your favorite below. And yeah, check out TGun Custom Sales, as I am selling this Batman figure and some other minifigures as well. Come like, subscribe, and share for more, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!